67% of consumers think a housing crash is imminent in the next 3 years. But if you've been following my updates, you know that data just doesn't support that. Today's environment is just totally different than it was back in 2008, and we have the data and insights to back that up. But if that's the case, then why do 2/3 of Americans think that's where we're headed? It's because there's so much confusion out there around us, and a lot of it stems from headlines like 15 years ago the housing market crashed under similar circumstances. And this is what I mean when I say headlines do more to terrify than to clarify. These headlines will make you think that the market's about to crash, sky's falling, and with so much confusion and uncertainty out there, it's easy to understand why so many people have pressed pause on their home buying or selling plans. I'm constantly getting questions like, what's happening with home prices? Where are mortgage rates? Will I find a home to buy this year? These are all tough questions to answer, especially in a volatile market. And they become even more difficult to answer when you're competing against negative and scary headlines like the one I just mentioned. This is why it's mission critical to combat these headlines with facts and data. Buying or selling a home is typically one of the biggest decisions a person can make in their lifetime. I regularly get questions like, what's happening with mortgage rates? What's happening with inventory, and how's that affecting home prices? How is today's market different than it was in 2008? I create this content to be educational to you and to answer potential questions you might have, but to also create a foundation of knowledge to prepare you for the home buying and or selling process. If you have additional questions that I haven't covered here yet, reach out to me. I'm always available to answer your questions. I reply to comments myself. Lord knows they'd pick a better looking guy if this was AI generated. The key takeaway here is that I'm just trying to show you what's actually happening in the market. Being a valuable resource and being able to provide context to confusing headlines is the best thing that I can do for you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this quick video. If you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe or follow. Shoot me a text or a message. I'll respond to you as quickly as I'm able. Let's connect.